Hello everyone, my name is Coach Eddie with Hot Shot Sports and Storm Basketball and Glencoe Fire Basketball. Today my tutorial is going to be about closing out on the basketball court and where to force your defender. So I got a little whiteboard here that I want to draw on to show you where to close out, and by closing out I mean chopping your feet, getting up into a defender, and the defender to hand in the defender's face, and then where you're forcing them on the basketball court. So I'll try and draw for you here, okay? So what I mean by this is a defender is going to be in 5 spots along the court primarily. Either corner, either wing, and top of the key. So we got all 5 of those marks there, okay? So what I want to coach, what I instruct from all my teams is that I instruct our players to force these players to the baseline. And when you close out the top of the key, it's something different. I'll explain in a second though. So when we close out and the ball's on the right side of the floor here, this is the right side that I'm facing here, okay? We're gonna force our players to close out with their left foot high and at an angle. Notice how I'm drawing that angle right there. You see that right there? So this player has to go toward the baseline. They have to drive. If they go this way toward the middle, our player, if their closeout is strong and they understand the concepts of the system, they should be right there to take a charge, or at the worst, that offensive player is going to fumble the ball because they can't go toward the middle. That's the concept that I want to teach all of our players to master so that they dictate where to go on defense, okay? Same thing for the corner here. If the player closes out right here, then they are forcing that player to the baseline. They are not allowing middle. They're not allowing that middle penetration here, okay? Same thing on the opposite side of the floor. They close out on the left side of the floor. They close out with the right foot high, okay, to either corner, and they force them to the baseline, okay? So that's what I teach when we close out on different spots of the floor. Because if our help side is there in proper position, then we should not be beat. And we also teach help side rotations, of course, too. So that can be another video that we go over. But anyway, when someone closes out on the top of the key, if a player's on the top of the key or the middle of the floor, then we close out just even. So we close out not with a foot high, we close out right here, nice and even, nice and square, nice and strong. You can get a right hand up, you can get a left hand up, whatever you want. But when you're closing out the middle of the floor there, that's what I want you to do, because there's no definitive angle. If a player starts to dribble one way in particular, our defender, I want them to remember, try and force to the baseline. Do not allow the middle. Do not allow middle penetration. That's the way that I play defense. That's the way that I teach it. And that's basic fundamental closeout of how to play defense the way I like to teach it. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.